Let's talk about getting Battle Pass XP in Fortnite Save the World. I make this video just about every single season, except I did skip the Simpsons season because I was out of town, and when I got back, it was already so late, it just didn't make sense. But when you play Save the World, you get all of these delicious rewards. It's wonderful. However, at the end of every single Save the World mission, flashbang warning, I'm going to show a lot of information. It's linked down below if you guys want to read it all, but we're going to go through it here today. When you run all of these different missions on the side, you get XP. I'm going to break this down really quickly because I just feel like going quick today. This is the base amount of XP that you get from every single mission that we have listed here. I believe this is not every single mission in the game. Archer is the counterpart to this. He does a lot of the back-end research, and this is every single mission if you would like to go through everything, but we have the relevant ones on the side here. Then there are XP bonuses. Sometimes with encampments, it's just doing all of them. That's the Annihilator badge you get at the end. Other ones like Ride the Lightning is phase 1, so like a 3 or 4 minute defense, and then it's a 3-minute defense, and then you get that extra bonus there. Sometimes if you go quick, there's a speedrunning bonus, and that's over here. All of this is laid out nice and clean. The badges are of the 4. I don't even remember what they are. I forget every single time in these videos, but it's like combat, utility, exploration, and crafting or something? I don't know. Basically, as you destroy structures, craft weapons, kill enemies, and build builds, you can get up to 3,600 extra XP. I believe that's divided by 9, so maybe 900 each. There we go, yeah. And then the total XP is if you do everything all combined. So some of these are assumed. We're assuming you're getting some of those badges and everything combined. Like Endurance, you're probably getting 0, because I don't think you can get badges there. And then finally, we have a rough time to complete. That is like the last thing that I am approximating. That's why I recommend going to File, Make a Copy. Just make your own version of the spreadsheet if you'd like to grind. I think 5 minutes for encampment is really, really doable in the lower zones. As I mentioned, power level does not matter. So if you're looking to just grind Battle Pass XP as fast as possible, you could look for an encampments mission in Stonewood. If you're a higher-ish level player, like at least level 20, you can just go through encampments in about 5 minutes and the mission will end right away. Now, there is one more thing to consider beyond just grinding. There are quests. So every single day, you get a daily quest. I have 3 because I haven't completed them in a couple of days, and they will stack up to 3 if you log in and grab these. You can see 21,000 Battle Pass XP. I am recording this early. Epic leaked the information, so we got this information a little sooner than we should have. So this was last season, but every single day, you will get one of these quests, and there are also War Games daily challenges. I don't know if I recommend running War Games for these, but there are some nice bonuses here, and War Games is kind of a fun mode. You can just do it once real quick, make some use out of your Storm Shield outside of just running Endurance, and then you can get some extra Battle Pass XP. So all of those quests are uncapped. And then as you're running missions, you can work towards this weekly cap of 40 levels a week. Elephant in the room, you guys might already be aware, this is a third of the XP that you are getting in the Simpsons season. However, it's triple the length of the season. So Simpsons was like a 1-month fun event, and then this season is like a 3-month epic. Meaning, the right over here, Crypts and Inferno Dungeons XP rewards are relevant. The timeline, linked down below in every single Fortnite video, shows us what should be coming back around. Epic has been making some changes to the Ventures maps and stuff. There should be a very green spring zone coming around. We've been on that. I haven't made any videos on it because there's just nothing to talk about yet. New zone is kind of clickbait. It's not going to be something after Twine. New event seems like what it might be, but we don't know what that event could be. And last time it was Horde. I really liked Horde. That new map and everything is a really fun game mode. They don't incentivize us to play it nearly as much as Frost Knight. You know, new heroes and weapons as a brand new player is awesome. Even as a veteran, I still like grabbing extra copies of these things. So Horde was kind of a letdown. That's why I don't like doing leaks, because I know I'm getting away from the topic of Battle Pass XP. I'm really talking to the Save the World players right now, but you know, it's kind of a thing that the stuff is changing. So all I'm saying is dungeons should be out January 21st, and as Archer noted up here, the season ends March 1st, meaning we should have at least a few weeks of dungeons if you'd like to do that. Now, why am I talking about dungeons if it's below Cat 4 and Ride the Lightning? Because dungeons is worth running in its own right. Honestly, you get so many tickets, you get so many rewards, Chaos Agent, Mermonster, I mean, just look at that timeline. You've got all these different heroes. It's just a great mode to be running anyway, and that is the final point I always like to make in this, is that you can run encampments over and over and over. Some people swear they do. They like it when I make these videos, just to remind them that's still the best way to go. But Honestly, if you play a couple of hours of Save the World doing anything, you're gonna max out the pass. I streamed just a little bit this season, and okay, there's an event on the day that I'm recording this, the event of the end of the season, so supposedly Save the World servers are going down and I can't switch games, but my Simpsons pass is level 100, and that happened today. So you can finish it by not even playing that much. I was on my noob account for a lot of this event, so I'm just saying, this XP cap, while it is reduced the amount of XP we earn, you should be able to hit that without even trying, in my opinion. And I did say finally on the time to complete, but at the end here it's just a summary. So this is your XP per minute, and nowadays the cap is no longer a fixed limit to how much XP you can get. It's just a reduction at the end. So you'll be earning at 20%, meaning so long as you're playing Save the World and doing anything, you're going to be getting some XP. If you're a major grinder, you got that taken care of. If you run endurance every night, you'll still get something. And if your endurance is fully AFK, I mean, 20% or 0, you might as well keep running it, in my opinion. Now, I do have some useful resources. If you would like to do encampments as fast as possible, I have a Teddy loadout guide. In fact, I just renamed this title because there was nothing in this title or thumbnail to insinuate this was a Teddy guide. But if you want to run if you want to run encampments really efficiently and go super quick, Teddy is my #1 suggestion, and this video goes very much in depth into Dragon Slash loadouts and Teddy builds and all the different ways to do that, and Teddy is pretty effective for this. So I'm going to link this video down below as usual. And then if you want any dungeon videos, I've got tons of loadout suggestions, speedrunning guides. Safe cracking is not relevant in the scope of this video because it appears as though safe cracking will be well outside of the end of the season anyway, but still, it's a ton of gold. So I got all the dungeon stuff covered here. And this is a pretty short playlist. It's actually shocking. I've only really made 16 videos on dungeons, but once I've shown a couple dozen loadouts and explored them quietly and given some useful guides, I play dungeons on stream, Twitch link down below, but I don't really know what else to say about that topic. So yeah, there you go. That's the breakdown. Something that I haven't really mentioned yet, and maybe I should have mentioned earlier on, is that Save the World, in my opinion, as far as I'm aware, this is old knowledge. I don't know if it's still true, but historically it's been the case that Save the World is like the best source of Battle Pass XP. I think it beats out creative and all the other modes. So literally just playing this game is really, really useful to finish the pass. And like I said, I was able to finish Simpsons, and I played my first BR game today. You don't even need to touch the regular mode. So really, really useful, really, really nice. And be sure to keep up with your daily quests. And that's it. So full disclosure, YouTube lets me put ads in the video if we make it to the 8-minute mark. So I'm just going to ramble with useful information. So some of the other recommended missions are Ride the Lightning and Fight the Storm. And while I don't have specific guides on how to do those quickly, I do have an entire playlist on trap guides. If you guys are having any level of struggle with any mission type in the game, I have covered all of them. Yes, some of these videos are 3 years old, but trapping has not advanced dramatically, so it's a really, really useful playlist if you'd like to go through. And especially nowadays where you can no longer trade, it is fairly relevant to, keep up with these things and actually know how to use your traps efficiently instead of spamming everything down like crazy. And then there are 2 useful resources that I've posted recently: how I manage my inventory and backpack storage. This is really, really nice for people who have no idea how to manage their storage. All they've done is held on to 20,000 Sunbeam and they have no space for anything because their friend just gave them everything. Now you can at least organize things to be efficient. And my video on how to get every single item in the game, I will be linking all of these down below, just as useful resources for those who are getting into Save the World, maybe for the first time ever, or if you're coming back after a break, or you're new to these changes and you just want to keep up. So there you go. Thank you to Archer for setting all this up. If you want to support him, use code Archer_uwu. If you want to support me, use code Mista. We get 5% in real life dollars from your your V-Buck expenses, and it's a big deal. So that's it. I'm out of here. Goodbye. Welcome to the new season, everybody.